More than 3 million people are still owed stimulus checks, according to a new report from the Treasury Inspector General. We're going to talk about that, as well as some exciting new grants worth up to $5,000, a program that is offering up to $80,000 for homeowners, and so much more today. So let's get started. Over the years, we've received a ton of comments from people who never received their stimulus checks back in 2020 and 2021, and now we know why. The Treasury Inspector General's report said that 2.9 million people who filed a tax return in those years did not claim the recovery rebate credit when they filed. The report went on to say that another 6.1 million people never filed their tax returns at all and therefore didn't claim their stimulus payment either. Now, that is a lot of missing money. In fact, the report estimates that the government owes $4.7 billion in unpaid stimulus checks. That's a lot. So what can you do? If your stimulus check never showed up, you may still be able to get it, but you need to act fast. The report instructed the IRS to notify people who were still owed, but it's not clear if those letters will be sent. But even if you don't get a letter, you may be able to do something about this. In the report, the Treasury Inspector General recommended that people who didn't claim the recovery rebate credit file an amended tax return for that year so that they can still claim it. If you didn't file your taxes at all for those years, the Treasury Inspector General recommended that you file your taxes for those years. Now, I know that tax forms can be tricky and really confusing. I'm really fortunate to have an accountant that handles all of mine, and it really helps to have an expert assist you with this. I know that accountants can be expensive, but there are some VITA tax preparers that may be able to help you for free. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. There's another program that can help seniors called Tax Counseling for the Elderly. These programs only operate seasonally, but I was able to find several VITA sites that are open through mid-October. They are often very busy, so you'll need to make sure that you try to get in as soon as possible to get help with this. You can find a site near you at irs.treasury.gov/free tax prep. But stop, don't go away just yet. We still have a ton of other resources for you in today's video, and you're not going to want to miss any of this. So if you get Section 8 Housing Choice vouchers, you'll be glad to know that HUD is going to increase the fair market rent rate on October 1st. This is a big deal because a lot of people have a hard time finding a rental that meets the program requirements. The HUD fair market rent rate will increase 12% in October, which should make it at least a little easier to find rentals that align with the prices allowed by this program. Sorry, you need to calm down, buddy. There's more good news, too. The Biden administration has announced that Medicare will soon start negotiating prescription prices to help seniors save money on their medications. They've announced the first 10 prescriptions that will be negotiated, and they've pledged to negotiate the rates for 60 medications in the next 4 years. After that, 20 prescriptions will be negotiated every year. The first 10 medications that will be negotiated are, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher all of these names because medications are complicated, Eliquis, and Enbrel, Entresto, Farxiga, Fiasp, Imbruvica, Januvia, Jardiance, Stelara, and Xarelto. There are some interesting class action settlements coming up that you may be able to apply for as well. This is an easy way to get a little extra cash if you qualify. The Optimum and Suddenlink Fees Settlement provides cash for customers who paid certain fees to either of those companies between July 27th, 2018 and May 5th, 2023. Applications for that are due September 5th. Missouri residents who bought wine or liquor from Schnucks between December 3rd, 2015 and February 15th, 2023 can get an estimated $11 if they apply by September 8th. If you got unwanted text from Journeys between December 21st, 2017 and May 9th, 2023, then you may be eligible for over $150 from that settlement, but you have to apply by September 21st. You can find the details and application instructions for all of those on our website at lowincomerelief.com. Now let's talk about those grants. I've been finding a ton of grant opportunities through our sponsor, Skip. I use their free account and I have found so many options. So let's talk about a few that have deadlines coming up soon. Waves of Change grants help minority women-owned businesses build an online presence. You must be at least 18 years old, a U.S. resident, and earn less than $50,000 a year from your business to qualify. Applications are due September 8th. September Skip grants are open to all U.S.-based small business owners. Applications are due September 27th. The $5,000 Skip Growth Grant is still open to U.S.-based small business owners as well. Applications for that one are due September 30th. And of course, my favorite one of all is the No Grant, which is open to U.S.-based moms over the age of 18. Applications for that one are due October 31st. You can learn more about all of these and get started with your applications by signing up for a free Skip account today using the affiliate link below. That's the good news. Now, I saw some really worrying news this week as well. According to a report by Propel, 42% of households who rely on SNAP benefits skipped meals in August, and 55% of SNAP households ate less overall because they couldn't afford enough food. This is a huge problem, and these numbers have more than doubled over the last year. So if you are skipping meals or you're struggling to afford food, please reach out to your local food bank. Connect with other food programs like WIC or the Commodity Supplemental Food Program for seniors that may be able to help you. Call 211 and reach out to local churches and charities for help as well. Interestingly, lawmakers are dialing in on cashless businesses right now. A lot of businesses, especially in the Los Angeles area, are trying to go cashless to discourage theft. However, lawmakers say that cashless businesses hurt the poor because it's harder to get and keep a bank account when you're broke. And if your account is overdrawn, then you wouldn't be able to buy anything. And so I was just wondering, what are your thoughts on this? I'd love to hear what you think about cashless business policies in the comments. But remember, please keep it civil and be nice to people that don't agree with you. We do moderate our comments heavily to make sure everyone's nice. All right, so now I'm going to really quickly review some of the financial assistance programs that I found this week. When I'm done with this section, we're going to talk about some awesome housing news. So please don't leave just yet. So it's LIHEAP transition time. I know I talk a lot about energy assistance on this channel, but this is a really important thing to know. The LIHEAP year runs from October through September in most states, although based on what I read today, it does appear that some states run theirs from September through August. My goodness, buddy. If you haven't applied for LIHEAP yet this year, now is the time to do it before the next funding year starts. You can only get help once every funding year. So if you don't, you could be leaving money on the table and nobody wants that. Now, there are some state-specific financial news as well. In Illinois, the Wheaton Senior Assistance Program is still accepting applications for monthly financial assistance until September 22nd. In Indiana, Center Township has announced that they're increasing the amount of money in the budget for township assistance this year, which is great. In Maryland, Baltimore has announced that around 75,000 households who are past due on their water bills will get a $209 bill credit soon to help offset those balances. In Michigan, a new program in Muskegon County is helping low-income families with up to 30 days of daycare assistance if they are starting a new job or experiencing a financial hardship. In New Mexico, TANF payments will be increased by 23%, which is fantastic. In North Carolina, the Cape Fear Housing Coalition has some events coming up that help seniors. They can also help you create a will for free, but you have to register in advance. We have a link to that on our website. In Pennsylvania, a new homebuyer assistance program is starting up that offers up to $10,000 to eligible homebuyers. That's a pretty good deal. In Texas, an upcoming event will provide free dental services to over 1,000 patients. This event will happen at the Burt Ogden Arena on September 15th and 16th. And of course, all the details and application instructions and everything you need are available on our website. But for now, let's talk about that housing news I promised you. There's a major movement underway in a lot of states to convert old hotels into low-income housing. This is really interesting to me because it sounds like a great idea. It's going to bring a lot more low-income housing to the market very quickly, and a lot of states are doing this with a good amount of success. But I recently had a friend move into one of these, and now I have concerns. It turned out to be a studio. She has a kid. There's no rooms. There's no separation or privacy there. It doesn't have an oven or other basic kitchen facilities. And I know it beats being homeless, but it's not quite the low-income housing that I experienced when I needed it. So I have mixed feelings about that, and I would love to hear your opinion about that in the comments as well. But in the meantime, there's a lot of programs available that can help low-income homeowners right now. So let's go over those programs very quickly here. Hi, buddy. In California, the California Mortgage Relief Program is offering up to $80,000 in assistance to homeowners who missed at least one property tax payment before March 1st, 2023. You must meet specific requirements, including income and asset limits, and you must have been financially impacted by the pandemic. In Delaware, homeowners with private wells can get free test kits for their water. If the test shows problems, you may be able to get financial assistance to help you treat the well. You must be eligible for a means-tested program like SNAP or LIHEAP to qualify. In Florida, Jacksonville area legal aid has been helping eligible low-income households connect with a program that can help save their homes if they're late on mortgage payments. This is the Foreclosure Intervention Program, and I highly recommend that you check into that program if you live in that area and you need help catching up on your mortgage payments. In Massachusetts, Plainville is accepting applications for property tax assistance. Eligible seniors and people with disabilities need to apply by October 16th. In Montana, homeowners have until October 1st to apply for a $675 property tax rebate. You can claim yours at getmyrebate.mt.gov. In Virginia, homeowners with septic tanks in Roanoke County may be able to get their systems pumped for free. The Roanoke Valley Allegheny Regional Commission has funds available to pump about 50 tanks. You must have an income that is at or below 200% of the federal poverty level to qualify. In West Virginia, homeowners in the Piney Creek watershed area may also be able to get help with their septic systems. The Piney Creek Watershed Association is helping homeowners pump, repair, replace, or install new septic systems for little to no out-of-pocket cost. You need to apply by October 20th, though, if you're interested in that. Now, these are just a few of the local news updates we found this week. Our team has started digging in and adding upcoming resource fairs and other local events that offer free food, giveaways, and other forms of help. But going through all those events takes a lot of time. And I think that information is very helpful, but it's all available on our website at lowincomerelief.com. And you can check our post for information about Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and West Virginia. And don't assume just because I mentioned your state in this video that there isn't additional stuff in the article, because I can't go through all the local events we found on here. It just wouldn't make sense for a video like this. But you can see all of the information as well as links to our original sources at lowincomerelief.com/news. Just click the thumbnail that matches this video and you should get right into that article. Thank you for watching. I will see you again soon.